Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Diaz on Deck Travel. I'm your host, Michelle. Welcome back to the channel. Today is Wednesday, August 20th, 2025. Let's talk about what's happening in cruise news. So first things first, we have Hurricane Erin on the loose, which has caused 9 major cruise lines to divert over 16 different ships. The islands they are avoiding is Bermuda, Puerto Rico, and the Virgin Islands. So we're going to keep on top of that and see how everything is going. However, there have been some reports from the Carnival Mardi Gras that they have sailed really close to the storm, and there are reports of 50 and 60 mile an hour winds and rains. So I'm sure they're just in the process of getting away from it, but sometimes you have to get close to it to get far from it. So the cruise lines usually do a pretty good job of deviating from the path of the storms. Have you ever been on a cruise in a storm, or have you ever been booked during hurricane season? Tell me what you think about that. Have you been contacted by your cruise line to keep you in the loop of what's happening? Most of the times when there are hurricanes on the loose, the cruise lines do a really good job of keeping in contact with their customers to let them know what's actually going to happen. Sometimes if the airport is unable to receive your flight because of the hurricane, usually the cruise lines do work with you. But if you're within driving distance and you can make it there, the cruise line will definitely sail, and it is, because they want to get the ship out of the port. It's actually safer and more beneficial for them to take the ship out to sea. So there'll be less damage potentially. And they would never jeopardize the safety of their customers. So believe me, they are on top of it. They have their whole own team of weather forecasters, and they are working on it moment to moment. So just rest assured in that. Also, we've had 2 tragic passings at Celebration Key, which is Carnival's private island destination. Unfortunately, 2 individuals lost their lives in a water-related incidents. One was a snorkeling incident, and one was a drowning in the lagoon pool. So our hearts and prayers go out to the families. Couldn't even imagine what that must be like. Also, in good news, Star of the Seas has started its maiden voyage, and they have replaced the former Godmother, which was Diana Ross, with somebody who you wouldn't really expect. It was Kelly Girardi. She is a research astronaut, and I actually think that's kind of cool since the ship does leave from Port Canaveral, and many a time you can catch, one of the SpaceX launches. So that's pretty cool. So it'll be interesting to see footage of the christening, which I will bring to you once I get that. And that's pretty much it for cruise news. So what do you guys think about sailing during hurricane season? I personally love booking during hurricane season because it's a much better price. And also everyone's back in school, so it's a little bit more adultish. But there are still kids that are taken out of school during the time of the cruise. So adults have their own areas, children have their own areas, but it's all good. So what do you think? Would you book a cruise when you know it's hurricane season? Comment down below. I would love to hear from you. Also, if you have had an issue where your cruise line has had to cancel or alter your itinerary or your plans, how did they handle it? Please also comment that down below and let me know what cruise line it was and how they handled it. So bye for now, and I look forward to seeing you on the next episode of Diaz on Deck. Bye-bye.